Don't do this when installing recessed lights. Yeah, look at that. Look at my fingers. So that's the first thing not to do. So I've seen so many badly installed downlights over the years and I'm fed up. So I'm making this video today so that you guys know how to do it properly and what not to do so that I never have to see a badly wired up downlight ever again. There are so many different types of downlights, but the principles are all the same. Wiring them up is not difficult, you've just got to know what you're doing. So this is a pretty bog standard recessed light from JCC. It has a GU10 lamp that fits into it. It's got push fit connections, which makes it even easier for us to install. Let me show you what not to do when wiring this up. So this is a little block where the connectors are, and they are push fit connections, live, earth, neutral. There's 2 wire entries for each. One classic mistake that I see is a lot of people doing this. And here's one I made earlier. This is a poor example of wiring up a recessed downlight, but we see it all too often, mostly when homeowners, DIYers do it. They strip the cable back way too far, leaving single insulated conductors here. Now, these should not be exposed. Somebody could get shocked or a rodent could chew through them and it can cause all sorts of issues, fire, etc. This sheath should be inside this connector block. So now I'll show you how to do it properly. So in the instructions it says you should strip back 20 millimeters of the uninsulated cable and the ends of the wires should be stripped back 8 millimeters. So that's roughly 20 mil, and then this is roughly 8 mil. So this is kind of what you're looking for, a short bit of cable stripped back and about 8 millimeters of copper exposed on the ends to go into the terminals. But before we just bodge it into the terminal, we need to add a little bit of earth sleeving for the copper bare conductor here. So this is 2 mil earth sleeving. You can get it from your local wholesaler. And a little trick here, just slide it over, bend it back, then slide it back up, and then you can get your 8 mil strip length there, and then that'll just slide over the end. And then with these push fit terminals, it's super easy. Just line it up. I like to line them all so you're all using one side or the other, so I'll use the right hand side and then just push. Easy as that. And you want to give it a little tug to make sure that everything's securely in place, and what you want is that insulation here, the sheath of the cable, to be inside the cord grip here, because then this lid clamps down and it grips that cable to make sure that if you pull it, it's not going to pull out of the terminals. So this is what it should look like from the outside. No exposed brown, blue or CPC copper outside. Now sometimes you have downlights that are class 2 and they don't have an earth terminal. What do you do with the earth wires in that case? Here's an example of a class 2 downlight. It's got this double box symbol, double insulated or class 2. What it means is that it doesn't actually need an earth connection for the light fitting itself. However, the cable's got an earth in it, and this is an end of line, so it's not too important, but other light fittings have a cable in and a cable out, which means you need to have that continuous earthing throughout the circuit in order to protect the cable. These lights do not have an earthing terminal in them, so what do you do with the earth wire? So in this case what they've done is just tucked the earth wire on the outside in a Vargo connector. That's not too bad, I'm not really against it. There are various ways that you could do it, like just wrapping it up in sleeving and tucking it inside the casing, but I wish that they redesigned fittings like this to give you an earth terminal even if it's class 2, because it would just save a lot of this kind of bodgery. So this box in this case is a transformer, and it basically takes the 230 volts that's coming in from the mains cable, steps it down to about 24 volts that feeds the light source in the LED lamp. But not all downlights are like that. The one that I just showed you on the table there is a mains voltage downlighter, which has a mains voltage lamp, a GU10 in it. So there are different types. Some come with transformers like this and others don't. So another common mistake that people make is not fitting fire rated downlights where needed. These are fire rated, and what it means is they've got this kind of fire hood over the back of the lamp. That stops any heat coming up from the lamp, which is quite important, but it also maintains the fire barrier of the ceiling. Because down here, we're downstairs, there's bedrooms upstairs, this ceiling needs to be fire rated to stop the spread of fire up to upstairs if there was a fire downstairs. Plasterboard is rated at a certain number of minutes. These maintain that rating. Otherwise, if you fit a non-fire rated downlight, the fire can spread straight up through the downlight holes to the next floor. This one is also a fire rated downlight, but I'll show you a picture of a non-fire rated downlight on the screen now. In the past, we used to actually be able to put these fiberglass fire hoods over them to protect them in that way. But now most modern downlights that are good quality are built with fire rating included. So this is an example of where we've got two cables, one in and one out. So the cable will be coming from the switch, looping into this light, out to the next light, and so on, all the way to that end downlight. And they've connected the earth wires together here, which is good, so they've maintained the earth continuity. I've seen it all too often where they just cut off the earth wires and they don't even connect them together, which is really bad. So I'll give whoever did this like maybe a 4 out of 10 for effort, because at least they connected the earth wires together. But what I would do is actually put these into a Vargo box. It's like a maintenance-free junction box where you can take both cables in. The Vargos then will be enclosed in that box. And then out of the Vargo junction box, I would extend just with a 2-core flex or a little bit of twin and earth into this transformer. That way everything is properly enclosed, all the connections and stuff. I'll leave a picture or a little clip up on the screen of what I mean so you can see, but that's probably a better solution than doing it this way. Now the reason I like these JCC downlights is that they actually give you the option for 2 cables, one going in, one going out, and all the connections are nice and easily enclosed. So I'll show you how to add another cable here if this is going to be your middle. And by the way, these downlights in general, we fit them a lot. If you'd like to know more about these, there's a link in the description below. So there we've got 2 cables, one in, one out, fully enclosed, full strain relief, and everything's nice and safe and neat. So another classic mistake that we see a lot of people making is not choosing the correct IP rating of downlights. IP stands for ingress protection. What it means is basically, is it waterproof or not? Is it dustproof or not? In a bathroom, you need to choose IP44 or better downlights because they could get sprayed by water jets. Whereas this is only an IP20 downlight, so it's only suitable for normal use in a living room or bedroom. So I've shown you a few common mistakes that we found with downlights, but let me know in the comments what downlight disasters you've come across, because I know some of you electricians find some shocking things out there in the field. But I hope this video has been of benefit to you. If it has, make sure you like and subscribe for more great content coming soon. And in fact, we've done a couple of other videos where we do a real deep dive about downlights and how to install them, how to plan the layout, how to run the wiring, cut the holes, etc. There'll be 2 videos up on the screen here that YouTube thinks you will enjoy. So why not settle in, grab a cup of tea and watch another one.